Okay, so I have some catching up to do because the last time I uploaded a video was a long, long time ago. So this is going to be part 2 of 3 videos involving karma. And in this video, I'm going to go over some other things that I was doing in the meantime of karma because I think halfway through this video he kind of gets to where he is fully broke, but I'm still going to upload everything because I did sell him in the middle-ish of 2018 and it's now 2019 and I'm starting up from February of 2016. So I didn't have any internet at my house until the beginning of 2018, I think. It is so hard to get your thoughts in order from 3 years' time. So I just kind of had to give up on my YouTube that I had basically just started, it felt like. But I had to give up because I didn't have any internet at my house and I couldn't upload anything. So I finally got internet, but I was just so busy with work and school and horses and stuff. I just didn't devote a lot of time. Plus, this internet really sucks. So I'm just trying to get my stuff in order and edit it into videos because I think it keeps everything nice and neat for myself. But also, I feel like these can help other people. So I'm going to follow through and finish with what I was doing because I'm also starting I am going to be doing the 2019 Extreme Mustang Makeover. So I really wanted to upload videos consistently for that. So I really needed to get back to editing and get this uploaded properly and everything. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. I really wanted an intro on here, and I just have this picture of Karma sitting here for my voiceover because I hate videotaping myself, even though that's what I'm going to be doing for the Mustang videos. So yeah, I think that's where I'm at. So where I left off was a preview of what was going to be included in this video, which the beginning of this video will be picking up in February of 2016. That's right, February 2016. Almost exactly 3 years ago. 17, 18, we're coming up. I mean, we're in January of 2019, so it might as well be 3 years ago. How sad. So I'm just going to go ahead and dive right in, starting now. Okay, so the last clip that I showed you in the last video of me riding Karma, quote, riding him, was me laying over his back. So after that day, I took him back home. That's where I live, so it's in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. I took him back home and I just lunged him all the time, kind of like this. I didn't have the saddle on him all the time. So having the reins done up like that kind of taught him left and right, and basically set him up to know how to respond when I'm on him. This was the first time that I actually got to sit on him and kind of quote ride him. My grandpa was holding the lunge line and video camera because we were both a little bit nervous that he didn't really have brakes because I didn't really practice a whole lot of brakes with him. I did a lot of backing on the ground, but I didn't really know what to expect since it was my first time on him, but it ended up being really successful and I was happy. So in these next few clips, it was the second time. No, I'm sorry. It was the third. I tried to put a picture of the second time that I rode him and the first time that he wasn't on a lunge line. I don't know where the videos went or anything, but for some reason, a lot of my pictures aren't able to be seen in an iMovie, so I really don't know what's going on with that. But this is the third time I rode him, and he just felt like he had so much confidence. And there I was like testing his brakes, and it took a little bit, but I was just trying to play with seeing how sensitive he was. But yeah, so I don't know. He did really good, and he just had this way of showing, and I just had this feeling of when I could take it up a notch, I guess. So here on this day, I actually intended to only walk and trot him, but I just felt like he was letting me know that he felt comfortable enough to actually try our first canter under saddle. Oh, this thing is on. Okay, so anyways, the second time I rode him, it was really uneventful too. Like, we only walked, I think, so it really wasn't anything interesting. And I'm gonna apologize now. So when I was making this video last night, I was just kind of like piecing pieces together, pieces of clips and pictures and stuff, and then I would go back and put the voiceover on it. So I just decided I should focus one thing at a time, and I put all of the videos and stuff on here, and now I'm going back, but it ended up being really long, so it's going to be a 2-part video if anybody cares. So this was the next time, and all of these are in order, so it's going to be really hard for me to give you good time frames, but I know that this video is in March, and I think the previous video was in February still. So he and I were still pretty new, so this is kind of a story time, but on this day when I rode him, he had been so good all of the other times that I rode him that I was like, hey, I'm just going to go ahead and get on him right away without lunging him, because he's been super lazy. As you can see there, I had to smack him with the reins to get him to go. Like, he was just so lazy. Well, he actually ended up bucking me off down there in the background where you see all those trailers and gravel. Yeah, that was fun. So that was the first time I took him over videos, and here we are at another picture that for some reason doesn't want to be shown, so I really don't know. But anyways, this was the first time I took him outside of the arena, and it was a lot of fun.
Easy.
In between
Good boy.
My rides, I did a lot of...
There, you big dumbass.
He was obsessed with going through that gazebo. I did a lot of bonding. Anyways, I hung out with him a lot, and I kind of showed him who's boss / who's friend. But I did a lot of free lunging like you saw, and he doesn't have anything else on, and I just did a lot of that sort of stuff. And then also, of course, I did some free jumping just because I wanted him to feel really confident. Here, you're gonna get some pictures of me getting ready. Hey, there's my old leg. I have a new one, and it's much better. So I just wanted to do a lot of ground poles with him and really build up his confidence. That was our first jump. I don't know where any of that stuff is surrounding that day, like videos or anything. I shaved his face. Wow, these pictures are moving fast. Okay, so so I had to get out my phone. So all these pictures are taken in May. I went to Kentucky to visit my friend. Oh, these pictures, I don't understand. So I went to a hunter pace, and I jumped him over some of the much smaller jumps just to kind of see how he was and get the feel for it. He ends up being really crazy when he's in a group of horses. So here is jumping back at home. Obviously, we weren't perfect. It's been a long time since I jumped in those pictures, like, I mean, a really long time. So I don't want to hear anything about how I jump because screw you. So here was our first flat show. It was local. It was just walk trot. And I got first. I was super excited. And then a little update on Bam Bam. I took him there and did modeling. And then I did lead line with my brother on him because why not? See there? He only got a participation ribbon, but I don't really care. And proof to Carolyn Photography. Yeah. So here's back again to what I do. Free lunging. I let him go crazy. Get all of his wildness out. And he likes to come super close to me when we're playing together. So here I am riding him again. I'm trying to keep my old phone open so I can get an idea of when all these were. So this video was in June, right? Yeah, June, I think. June. So it had been a few months and we were doing some like jumping. I still suck because that's just what it is. And the updates on Bam Bam every so often because that's where I've been to. I've just been playing with Bam Bam too because he was getting older. And then Karma was also like progressing exactly the way I wanted. I bought a new getup. I got that really nice padded saddle pad, that navy one. It's so fluffy. It was on sale at Dover. I don't live near Dover. I got it online. It was on sale in the magazine. And then I got the polo wraps and some bell boots because I don't know. I just really wanted to look fancy this day. And I was by myself. I was having a heck of a time, as you can see. There we go. Sometimes when we're lunging, he likes to pull on me, so that's why his head throws up and down a little bit. He's like, he chooses these moments to pull extra hard and try to fight me, and then he's perfect. So yes, I did a lot of lunging. I really like to make sure he's good and tired before I attempt to get on him. And then I did this, and then as you can see, my the things that hold up the jumps. I don't know why I'm blanking on this, but anyways, those things, I had them set up in crisscrossed Cavaletti. Went over this teeny tiny bridge. He did good. Standards, the standards. So as you can see, they're crisscrossed there, and I had them set up as Cavaletti, and he kept knocking them down, I think, on that day. So eventually I just lowered them, and I was like, let's just do normal poles. So I just did a lot of stuff like this with him, just a lot of random stuff. And at some point in here, I did actually go to for my first time, I went to a coach, and I can see, like, from the first clip, some good stuff. Oh, and he got a little wild there. He likes to get wound up when I'm asking for the left lead. Actually, my trainer taught me this, so I would, like, just ride him into the rail, and then last minute be like, boom, let's do it. And then he'll pick up his left lead. Because those first few videos, he did really good and picked up his leads all the time. Then out of nowhere, it's like I just had such a struggle getting him to pick up his leads. So, yeah, my trainer taught me that. So, yes, I did go to a trainer somewhere in between there. She's really nice, and she helped me out a lot. And I can see, just from this video to the other video, good improvement on my leg and my seat and everything, and she really helped me out. So, yes, I could get into story time of why I never really went to a trainer before. Oh, Karma met a goat. And then I took a picture one day of me or him after I rode him, and he was really sweaty, and it was really hot that day, and we just had a lot of fun. Update on Bam Bam again. We were playing that day. He's really calm. He doesn't care about anything except for food. It's just a little bit. And he is, I think he's just going to be butt high for life. So Karma is terrified of cows, and my dad has cows, and so I just rode him by them. And then my cousin showed Bam Bam in a trail obstacle class. This is my friend Shelby. This is the one that I also rode the Hunter Pace with in Kentucky. Does that make any sense? So she wanted to ride Karma. And don't say anything about Mind Your Melon, because I can assure you she doesn't give a single poop about Mind Your Melon. But I really wanted somebody else to ride him and kind of let me know how he's doing. And she loved him. She is used to her mare, who lunges herself over jumps, really puts in that effort. And she was a little thrown off by how lazy Karma is when jumping. Like, he just barely puts in effort over a jump, but she loved it.
Good boy.
She really liked how he did on all of this. And this was his first line, I guess that's what you call it. He had never done like a jump and then a few strides and another jump. Like, I would only jump him over single jumps, and so I was just letting her kind of take the reins on whatever she wanted to do this day with him. So some still shots of her riding. And then Lazy Bam Bam in his favorite position, lying down and eating. And then I had them playing together, and I felt like the horse whisperer. More lunging as time progresses. And as time progressed, he also got a little more rambunctious, as you can see here. He does this all the time now. Every time I lunge him, it's like all he wants to do is freaking buck. I don't know. He doesn't buck when I get on him now because I have to lunge him. It's a little exhausting having to lunge him all the time, but it is what it is. And I didn't edit out all of the bad parts, quote bad parts, like when he was falling or when he fights me on the lunge line, because this is what it is. You know, this is what you're going to experience, so own it. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought that the saddle was maybe hurting his back, and that's why he was doing that, but I had it checked out. It fits fine. You know, we just all speculate that he's young. He was feeling good because he's in shape. He was kept in a lot of work. So, you know, he just got a little spunky, and he's red, so we're just going to use that too. He's red, and he's young, and he was in shape, and he's spunky. Wow, this is a long lunging clip. Let's get past this clip. Guess I'm just going to put the whole thing in there.
Easy.
Okay, moving on. So I got accepted to go on to this retreat. This was in October. I was accepted to go onto a retreat that's held by Bethany Hamilton. If you don't know who she is, just look her up. She is the girl that got her arm bit off by a shark when she was surfing. Or not really surfing, she was laying on a board. But Soul Surfer, I'm sure you guys have heard of it. If you haven't, look it up. Good movie. So we went, it was held in Kauai. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it was held at this really gorgeous place. It was so much fun. I met a lot of really great girls, and it was just so great. So it's a retreat for amputees. I'm an amputee, in case I didn't mention that, so yeah. But it was so much fun, and I can make a separate video. Actually, I probably will make a separate video about that because I'm sure there's amputees out there, and there's Bethany Hamilton in the flesh. So I had to throw these in there because I look like a model. I just really liked the way I looked in those pictures. I felt beautiful. And then this was the sunrise over Phoenix, Arizona. So yeah, back home, here I am, lunging away. And then I had professional pictures taken with me and Bam Bam so that I could put in an application to win a running leg, which I won, and I'll insert a picture here. So yeah, it was a really great opportunity, and I got it through CAF. Yeah, so there's a video of me wearing it for the first time. I haven't ran in freaking years, so yeah, that. So, anyways, more jumping pictures because Karma Carms was just being a beast. He was just so smart. And I just like these pictures because he was just getting so built. Look at that butt. Look at that butt. More jumping, yes. Just jumping all the time. That's just what I love to do. Is just jump. And this day was actually crazy. There was like 5,000 police officers in the ambulance and gunshots. And then we were practicing at Queenie Park, and there was a deer. And here we are going over the first jump of the course. He actually bucks right there, but it cuts off. I mean, he was just a beast. Honestly, he was really, really nervous and like had no idea what to think. And you'll kind of see this is the second jump that I think we jumped. And he was just like super iffy. Like he had no idea what to do. One of his things is that he like has to look at a jump to feel confidence. We have to go and stare at it first. And then he's like, oh yeah, no big deal. I got this. So, yeah. So this video got super long, so I'm gonna have to make a part 3. So if you want to see the real clips from that hunter pace, it is on my channel. It was at Queenie Park in St. Louis. So if you want to watch that, you can. And hopefully part 3 will be up this week because I pick up my Mustang on on Friday, which is January 11th. So, yeah, I'll be picking up my Mustang then, and I have to get these things edited and in order so that my channel is hopefully nice and neat somewhat. So, yeah, stay tuned, guys. Thank you for being patient with me and listening to me ramble on for almost 30 minutes. Okay, bye.
Hush now, baby, there's no need to cry. Let me wipe away those lemon eyes. All your worries, such a waste of time.